Good evening, thanks for joining us on the news at 8, today the 15th of May 2024. I am Abang Happiness Oliver. First, to make your headline. Over Abia Airport Project KPMG report not forensic investigation but process review, Denzel says. NDLEA arrests 80 suspects, seizes 3,000 kg of drugs in FCT. Federal government set to commence audit of workers' productivity. We'll take a man shows and be right back with the details and many more. Stay connected.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
Welcome back. Now the details. Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti has alleged that the immediate past government in the state diverted about 10,000 billion naira mapped out for the construction of the airport to 32 different accounts, challenging the former governor Okezie Ikpeazu to show Abians where the airport is constructed or return the diverted funds. At a recent press briefing in Umuahia, the governor said the funds were moved in different tranches, insisting that at the appropriate time, all those who had a hand in diverting funds meant for the state would give account of it. He also queried why the state government, under former Governor Ikpeazu, would go ahead to make a payment of 10 billion naira to a contractor who never bidded to construct an airport, nor had the competence to do it. A renowned forensic investigator and Interpol system consultant, Sachikwe Udenzi, has faulted the report released by Abia State government, which it says is a publication of KPMG on the award of contracts and other financial dealings in the state by the immediate past governor, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu. Featuring on current affairs radio program Open Parliament mentioned by ABN TV, Udenzi said the report is not a financial audit or forensic investigation but rather a process review, which he says has raised questions about thoroughness of the investigation. Rivers State Governor Sir Similaye Fubara has praised Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti, describing him as an action integrity man. Governor Fubara said his Abia counterpart, Governor Otti's integrity is not artificial but action-driven. He said despite coming in as governor of Abia in the face of difficulties, Governor Otti has unperturbed as he went about his duties, making life easy for the people of Abia. Chief Press Secretary to Governor Otti, Kazi Uko, said in a statement. The Rivers Governor, much liked by his people, spoke Tuesday during the commissioning of the Aleto Ebubu Etu Old Bori Road in Eleme local government area of Rivers State, a project he had invited Governor Otti to commission. In a candid and emotional interview on ABN TV Squash Wednesday, popular TV presenter Chinyere Umahi shed light on the often overlooked issues of domestic violence and emotional abuse. Umahi emphasized the fragility of emotions, particularly for women, and how constant criticism, insult, and name-calling can erode an individual's self-esteem and leave deep emotional wounds. Umahi also addressed the alarming rise of domestic violence, urging viewers to take action and support survivors. Aggrieved protesters from Nzukwa, Aniok South local government area Tuesday stormed Delta State Government House over the plan that should produce the next local government council chairman. The protesters, who claim to be members of the People's Democratic Party under the aegis of concerned Nzukwa clan youth, besieged the government house main entrance, insisting that it was the turn of Nzukwa clan to produce the next chairman. They barricaded the entrance to the government house to drive home their position on the zoning issue. The Edo State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps said no fewer than 42 people died in road accident between January and April 2024. Daily Post report that the state disclosed this to newsmen on Tuesday in Benin City. Okpe said in the period under review, 57 accidents were recorded across the state, with 22 persons killed in January, 4 in February, 11 in July, and 5 in April. He added that 536 passengers were involved in the accident, with 42 dead and 206 injured, while others escaped unhurt. The Rivers State Commissioner for Education and Housing, Professor Chinedu Mon and Giftwolu, and one other, have resigned from Governor Similaye Fubara's cabinet, citing toxicity for their actions. The three are loyalists to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and they are now the fourth reappointed commissioners to tender their resignation. In a letter dated May 25, 2024, an address to the governor through the secretary to the state government, Tami Dangogo, the former commissioner of education, said he was resigning because his current workspace had become toxic. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested over 80 suspected drug dealers with over 3,000 kg of drugs in the Federal Capital Territory between January and March. Mr. Kabir Zukuwa, commander of narcotics, NDLEA FCT Command, said this in an interview with NAN on Wednesday in Abuja. Zakuwa said that over 50 suspects have been prosecuted, adding that out of the number, 12 had been convicted and sentenced to different jail terms. Former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, on Wednesday pleaded not guilty to a 4-count charge bordering on printing 644 million naira notes with 18.96 billion naira. Emefiele entered the not guilty plea after he was arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, before Justice Mariam Anini of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT High Court, Abuja. In the 4-count charge filed against him, the EFCC alleged that Emefiele disobeyed the direction of law with intent to cause injury to the public during his implementation of the Naira Swap policy of the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved the rehabilitation of the Okpeli section of the local Jabenin Road and others. BUA Cement will provide 120 billion naira, which BUA Cement Police will finance under Nigeria's government tax credit scheme. The special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononugwa, disclosed this via his official X handle after the FEC meeting on Tuesday. The federal government has hinted that it will commence workers' productivity audit from the Ministry of Interior. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who dropped the hint in Abuja on Tuesday when he spoke at the 5th National Productivity Summit, said there was a need to improve the low productivity level in the country, especially within the civil service. The disclosure was coming on the heels of the federal government announcement that the formulation of an innovative wage system that will be based on employees' productivity in the civil service was underway. Tunji-Ojo charged the Director General of the National Productivity Center, Dr. Nazir Raji Mustafa, to deploy his staff to commence the productivity audit and gap analysis as soon as possible for workers in the agencies under his watch. On sports news, former Super Eagles coach and the technical director of Nigerian Football Federation, Augustine Igovion, has said Super Eagles head coach Finidi George would work with home-based players. Finidi was in charge of Nigerian Premier Football League champions Eyimba before his appointment. There have been persistent complaints over the neglect of home-based players in the national team in the past. And the sports news brings us to the end of the news at 8. But before we go, a recap of our major headlines. Over Abio Airport project, KPMG report not forensic investigation but process review, Udense says. NDLEA arrests 80 suspects, seizes 3,000 kg of drugs in FCT. Federal government said to commence audit of workers' productivities. For these and many more, log on to our website at www.abntv.com and follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Abang Happiness Oliver. Do have a pleasant night rest.